Let's take a look at some of the key details and questions you might have come up with during your practice time. One of the key details on this page is that the family hugged. You can see that key detail in the picture. If you chose the family hugged, one of the green questions you could have made is, what did the family do? What did the family do? The family hugged. Another key detail you might have noticed was that Henry hugged his parents. You can see that when it says his parents in the text and in the picture. One question you might have asked to go along with this key detail is who? Who did Henry hug? Who did Henry hug? His parents. You see how that works? You choose a key detail and write it on your T-chart. Then you choose a green question word that would match your key detail and turn it into a question. It's time to move into independent reading for 20 minutes. In the last few days, you've had the chance to read the books that you choose in order to practice our lesson. Starting today during independent reading, I'm going to give you something from our class that I want you to read first to practice with. Then you can move into your own books to keep practicing the lesson. Here's your job for today. You're going to create a T-chart and label it with key details and questions. If you have a reading notebook that your teacher has asked you to keep your reading work in, then do it in that. If not, you can use a piece of paper to make your T-chart. I want you to reread Henry and Mudge. You may have gotten a Journeys text when you picked up your supplies from school. If you did, you'll want to turn to pages 16 through 25. That's where you'll find Henry and Mudge. Remember, we read it together earlier during our shared reading time. If you don't have a copy of your Journeys text, you can turn to the next Nearpod slide to find a PDF to read. I want you to find 2 places to stop and record a key detail on your chart. So as you're reading, when you come across a key detail, go ahead and stop and jot it on your T-chart. When you finish reading the story, go back and turn those 2 key details into green questions. Use a green questions chart to help you think of questions that you can write to go with your key detail. If you finish working with Henry and Mudge and you still have some independent reading time, have fun jumping into your own independent reading texts. Maybe you can find some key details and green questions you can write about your own stories. Okay, readers, off you go. Settle into your reading spot and have a great time reading. When you're finished, come back to the Nearpod slide so you can reflect on the lesson. Have fun reading!